She's a daughter of Malassa. Okay, that must survive. Highly upgraded city. I need the dragon. But it's for a very specific purpose, the upgrade here now. At the same time, shit. I wanted to... Shit, this is expensive. I wanted to have a unit that can interrupt range fighters. I'm also very worried that the cities this are well upgraded already. It must mean there's going to be a massive amount of fighting. Not sure what the enemy is. Zombies. Zombies aren't exactly all that quick to move here. Right, I think initiative and quick strike capabilities are our strength, so I'm gonna try to focus on those as much as possible. Also, I need a second hero to collect this shit up. That way I don't waste too much time on it. We chose the correct path, and we'll be getting the basic resources from here. Still, this is a large map. There is at least 2 levels. Massive army or production site with the city right from the start. This either requires us to build a massive army through time or us to move quickly, so we can sort of head off any trouble when they get too serious. We need a hero to scout. If this is a complex maze where we start from, we could get into a lot of trouble. We choose an inefficient path. We can mitigate it to a point if I basically focus on killing monsters and someone else collecting the treasure. To try something. We can have no retaliation attacks with the lizard cavalry, the better version of the lizard cavalry. Well, after a fashion. Not nearly as strong. I think it's like 50% of the effectiveness of the normal attack. Still, it aids in an ally that is attacking, and we do have at least two units, the Hydras and the Blood Furies or whatever, that can do no retaliation attacks, so we could combine the attacks to create multiple no retaliation attacks on a target. Not sure how useful it would really be in the end. Against opponents of this caliber, it's irrelevant. But against massive stacks of units, you can effectively use this even if it would be a weaker stack to attack. Add a little bit of additional damage, because I think it attacks every time an allied unit attacks it. Perform an attack against neighboring enemy and inflict half the regular damage if this enemy is attacked by an allied creature. There's no mention that it's limited to just one attack. Need resources quickly. Thinking of buying another hero. It'll cause us a little bit of problem with buying the troops that get produced here. However, I need to find out what the other path is, where it goes. Our target is here. If for nothing else, I need to know where enemies are coming from. Where do we need to go? How the hell do we get out of here to the other level? Hunters. This might actually be a good job for a single dragon rather than a group of creatures. Because I doubt that they have the attack power to actually take anything down. You need to do hundreds of points of damage. Yeah, and they do about 20. This is why I wanted the dragon. I can mitigate the effect of the getting a little bit of losses on meaningless fights that will end up creating our overall power. If I have a single strong unit that has just enough hit points to survive the fight, I can get rid of all the weak ranged combat units without any worry. Okay, we need a sulfur mine and a crystal mine. Sulfur. I need experience, so I'll pursue every opponent. Right, I want to test our little theory with the lizards. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Needs to be a melee attacker, very likely. Right. So 3 kills. And it keeps reacting and reacting and reacting. Power +1. We have to go here and at least get the sulfur mine before we do anything else. Well, technically we don't, but mainly because our city is highly upgraded already. We can use some kind of a secondary force to take care of them. Crystal would be more important. There's a crystal mine here too, then definitely we're gonna take a visit. There are some crystals, but not a mine. And that's an exit. So this is a small contained space with a red keymaster tent. Question is, should I leave here? Get us to the outside world as quickly as possible or not? It'll be our first week in a few days. It'll significantly increase the effect capabilities of the combat force, so if I wait. Especially we'll probably get around 3 dragons in total. Probably don't have money for a magical item, but that might also be possible. Which would mean that we'll kill things for this week. Go get additional troops, I can probably summon them, so I don't actually have to go back to the city. Sakuba Mister says have the attack that bounces from target to target, so I certainly don't want to have weak units here. They're guaranteed to take losses. Yeah, we might lose something more interesting. No? Yeah, they just don't have the hitting power. Still, it's not exactly like they weren't a threat at all. Spellcasting costs reduced by 20%. This is very good. We can summon the troops here because we can replace our mana here. Replenish. We'll have to be careful with this one. Dragon and the lizard combination attack will wipe out that crew. Okay, no. He did not. Miscalculation. Still, he chose to attack something that was suddenly worthless to him. Shrug, I guess. So our Hellhound's not Cerberus, so there's gonna be a retaliation strike if they attack something. I suppose we should clear these two. I don't see how that's all that important. Might as well do it since we're going to have to wait until the week changes anyway. Basic dark magic, sure. The week changes will be more or less here. I don't think we're gonna end up wasting all that much time. Creatures affected by these spells suffer additional -50% defense penalty. That's not bad. That would massively allow us to increase damage, especially in a longer fight. So good so far. The spell there is likely irrelevant to me. I'll stay here. Someone's going to need to take the troops out there on the start of next week. Initiative for all creatures from Haven, Sylvan and Academy factions reduced by 20% in battles. Master of Mind. There's potentially 10 additional blood furies. That's it's a number that should make a difference. Fourth level guild. It's not that important right now. Better units are more important. Dragons are the key. Fast attack units are the important ones, range units are the important ones. Everything else is nice to have. Skeleton archers, don't want to lose anything to them. One extra army. I suppose I might as well kill it. Don't want to leave any enemy groups here. A few additional resources we gotta get from that aren't that important. Still, I'm probably never going to come back here with the main hero, so might as well get this over with. 30 unlimited retaliation. Slow. It's gonna take for ages for him to have his first turn. Waiting with all the fast attack units and defending with the slower units that are never gonna see action probably. But I want to move these lizard raiders next to him for really attacking, just so I can kill him faster. Want to move these to the city so we can upgrade them better versions, and we can teleport them to the main hero. Can probably it might take a little time to actually buy the troops, even with the we gate them in. Well, we'll see.
Who are you who grows large in the eyes of my worshippers? Do you seek to replace me?
Never. I too seek knowledge and power, for my own gain, but for your glory.
Honest, at least, if dangerous. But knowledge is power. Why do you not content yourself with knowledge alone? Ancient secrets of Ashan lie undisturbed, waiting to be uncovered. Seek them out. Bring them to me.
Right now I need power more than knowledge. Help me in my quest, and I shall help you in yours.
You dare to bargain with the dragons?
I have already bargained with demons and prophets.
So, you do not fear me.
I worship you. I fear nothing.
You will, one day. You will fear that which you love the most. But go, hero, with my blessing. Find one of the tears of Asha. They fell ages ago, when Sar-Alam gave up his life and Asha banished her own brother, Urgash. A clan building a city around this relic cannot but prosper and grow. Unite the clans, conquer your enemies, and tithe unto me their knowledge, their secrets. Go.
Build the Mother of Darkness in Burbeth. Assuming this is Burbeth. I want the extra troops now. Probably yes. There's no telling, can I teleport them in from a long distance away? Or if I go to another level, can I teleport troops in from this one? I don't know. I don't think that's a good time to start experimenting on this particular thing. I can move in 30 troops. Basically, this isn't worth it. It'll take me multiple turns to get in the troops anyway. So why not just pick up the troops and carry them? Might come a little bit after the main hero, but don't see any major problem with that. You would need to have more knowledge to be able to pull it off, basically. And we are the anti-knowledge hero type, apparently. Hello, portal. Gem mine. I don't think we are producing gems at the moment. Ah, yeah, I needed to bring a hero here anyway, so I suppose I can do it this way. Still don't want to waste the main hero's time with looting everything. The vampires are a little bit too fast for my taste. Back. If I pull back the raiders, they don't really have good targets to go after. Oh, except those. Right. They were so cleverly hidden behind the Hydra. Still no casualties. I guess it doesn't matter. Still that's go up. Casualty mitigation is the goal. I'll have to be a little bit careful with this one. They do a decent amount of damage. We do have a healing 10 though, so that'll aid us a little bit. Without the healing 10, we might have been in trouble here. We would have maybe around 30 hit points, I think. So we would not have a loss, but uncomfortably close to losing. Still, a healing 10 without the War Machine skill doesn't seem to do much. Basic attack, I'll take this because it gets tactics. Tactics is important. Obelisk and Redwood Observatory. Any kind of meaningful upgrade here would require, I think, 15 to 20 something, right? 15 crystal, 20 sulfur. Well, not going to be happening anytime soon. At least we have a defensive hero, which means you should probably gather up these bonuses too. We have an important fight here we have to survive. Those bonuses could be vital. Orange's turn takes a lot of time. He'll come out of there. So we can give him the troops at that point. A little bit of orange area. If they have dungeon cities, they're likely underground. Right. There seems to be that area got revealed, so there are gonna be a lot of these obelisks in here. Is that a mine or a... I think it's a mine because there's a map marker there. Yeah. Gold mine. I have a feeling we should probably attack aggressively, because his turns take so long, so he probably has at least 3 cities. So the longer we let this go on, where everyone has a chance to develop their cities equally, the worse off we'll be. Sultans or just... Ooh, there's sultans, that's bad. Sultans can attack on the to the front row from the start, I think. Can get the dragons. And there's no way to hide really. So our best defense is attack. It'll reduce their numbers, hopefully enough to still survive. I think so. A little bit of healing. Are we missing something? I think we're missing a crystal mine. And it is vital that we get a crystal mine. Pack of druid elders. I'll go there. There doesn't appear to be a crystal mine here, but the observatory is still useful. What do we want? We basically have to be able to tie them down on the first strike or we're boned. I think we'll be doing fine. Very low quality garrison. That's crystal mine, pretty sure. Right, this is a good chance to test. Can we summon troops from the underground city? Yep. Yes, we can. Also, there's a full mana recovery there, so we can re-establish the mana after using. Another gate. It's weakly defended. They're both weakly defended. I don't really get their point. Why do they exist? Why is there a lumber mill here? This feels wrong to me. Same as why we started with the solely upgrades. So there's probably a lot of fighting, and it would fit together with the idea that we need to move quickly to play some orange cities out of the fight. That's why they probably don't have quite so highly upgraded towns. So it all makes sense. We have the initial advantage, but we're losing it every week. Every day will be weaker. The difference is, tide is gonna turn against us, basically. Not sure if I'm going to try to get every type of troop. Can afford it anyway. Can only get 30 units. We don't have to get all of them now, but extra dragons, extra quick strike units, good. Something that I used kill things in every fight. Oh no, no, no. "24. Do I trigger something if I attack the gates? They seem to be... looks like the enemy is basically controls most of the map and we need to burst through a gate in order to attack anything. That probably triggers something. Could be a cutscene. Well, it's probably a cutscene, but something beyond that. I'll leave them be. There's a good chance we will take casualties. Liches. Five dragons are enough for this. Now we have all the basic resources coming in, so we should definitely move on the offensive. Increases damage dealt by heroes creatures in range combat by 20%. Freezing effect. I have no idea what freezing effect is. I'll take archery though. That is useful. We can get better dragons soon, but that's not gonna be all that useful to us. Because I can't exactly change the dragons I have to black dragons. I need to find another city to do it. Also, a lot of powerful heroes here, orange. We have a key for this. Maybe we don't have to attack the garrisons. What would be the benefit? It's usually the smart way and the easy way to finish a mission. Ooh, he's going on the offensive. I'm not too worried about losing the city. The only one I have, but it's fairly heavily defended. And another lumber mill. Pack of pit lords. This is a problem. It's not. It's pit lords, not pit fiends. We can take a lot of casualties if we put in the weak units here, or slow units. I don't think they'll contribute anything. We're going to also eat spell casting, so in many ways the dragons might be the only real option here. If we want to avoid it. No, it won't work, because they have this powerful sword. I would have to have magic immunity units, and even that wouldn't protect against powerful swords. The basic problem is that he's gonna get guaranteed casualties on my troop. The only way I can take him down is through ranged combat, or just have another type of unit take the powerful strike. So this is a massive loss of dragon to fight that. Right, you always lose at least one dragon. Always, every strike. And more than that, so this is not worth it. We would need a larger force or a ranged combat heavy force. We will get 10% magic resistance and an obelisk out of this, so this is not anyway an important fight to have at this point. The important part seems to be the monolith. Increases heroes' movement over land. Boots of Smith Journey. Hard to object to that. Still, we're gonna start losing our resource sites, and they'll move a huge amount every turn. Much more than I do. They must have logistics or something. We'll have to use the next week's unit production to just buy defensive units for the city. We cannot lose our main city. Place this in a stupid place. So we're gonna place it next to that so we can get 3 damage. Not that it'll matter, not in this fight, but it's still a stupid thing to do, and it's a bad habit. It's a good habit to think about your positioning enough to notice those things. Do we need to upgrade anything here? I'm gonna get better dragons in a few days. Or I could just trade things now and get them. Wait. Where are you? Okay. What was the point of coming here? This should be a range fighter. I didn't pay attention to the numbers. don't want to lose any real units to this. I think it's acceptable. But we probably screwed things up. They're fairly sturdy and they do a decent amount of damage. Also 40 of them. That's a lot of damage. We lost a dragon. They have a heat shield. Shit. Didn't think about that. That changes things. I still need to defeat this, so we have to get into the fight. But we're gonna use the entire army. Problem is, I'm going to take damage from these no matter what. Someone's gonna take the damage. Really around that. Yeah, but losing 10% of your units to get through that. No, it's not a good trade. It's not necessarily the problem with the retaliation. It's the fact that those quick strike units are very fragile and very useful offensively. So there's not types that we should throw away here. We can attack one of the groups with the dragons. Use range attack power to weaken the others. Yeah, we can bind that. To weaken this enough that his range attack isn't really a concern. I actually might have had a spell for that, but whatever. Please don't die. That's a lot of damage from the heat shield. A lot of damage. So much so that I can't really do another LAS strike. Shit. Someone's gonna have to take care of this. You might lose a single Dark Rider. Yeah, because of the heat. That's annoying. How good is his force? I feel if I go up and start hunting the heroes, I'll be doing it for a long time. Okay, he's a low difficulty opponent even for you. Should have one guy. Basically, whoever strikes first in that battle will win. Elemental Conflux. This is just loot, basically. Ability to buy elemental troops. Is this really all that useful to me? Compared to just attacking the enemy. Ooh, that was a... oh shit. Stupid thing to do. I didn't take a look at all what the enemy was doing there. Right, he's gonna move next. This is good for us mostly. We can attack the heat shield guy through these. Definitely, yes. I need to make sure the spellcasters are mostly okay, so. Advanced attack. Okay-ish amount of resources. But this would allow me to, I think, hire elemental units. These aren't exactly bad. They have 50 shots. Fire immunity, fire shield. It does not have the room for it. Alright. What exactly are we missing? Minotaurs. I'm attacking these specifically to get experience. We'll have to re-establish our buffs that we got from the sides, the moral and walking crucifix. Can't be helped. Single level for him is probably more useful than those minor buffs at this point. Right, we need to ignore the weaker guys, to have some sort of secondary armies that are not that strong, scour and defend our sides here while we break through the defensive barriers and move forward. We actually don't need an army this strong. I'll leave especially a lot of the quick attack troops here. The very standard hit point heavy troops are more quite enough to do everything here. Gather up the troops and clear the place out of random enemy groups. Also, this might be useful for you. Now we would be certain to win against the random enemy groups that roam around here, random heroes. Okay, things are starting to look a little better. We'll have to leave this. I mean, we are guaranteed to win it, but we already have paired boots, and the obelisk is not relevant now. Now we need to fight against the orange. Ah, a lot of poison users. No, these are scouts. These are assassins, so this is a much easier pathway. Still, there are a lot of range attackers and I don't want to risk any of my weaker units on this. The matrons are very sturdy, I don't think they're in any danger. But that's a lot of minotaurs. Minotaurs do massively more damage than scouts. Nice little fight.
The Tirvasha lies this way, through the lands of Clan Nightshard. It is up to them whether they will be my allies, or my slaves.
I focus on the tiers of Asha then. Capture the cities of Clan Nightshard, yeah, but we can also go into their area and search for the relic. If we do that, taking care of the Pig Lord group here makes a lot of sense. I don't know which is the better way to do things. Sort of inclined to make a save point here. So if things go catastrophically wrong, we could just end things, load from this place instead of replaying the start. By the way, we need to use the lesser heroes as a defensive measure. Not sure if we have the mobility to hunt these guys down. There should be some units here, so yeah, there's no way they can take the city. I just want to make sure of that. Lots of hydras. Don't think they're gonna be a problem though. Lord only knows I know how useless hiders are when you need to quickly attack something. I'm probably parked Dark Riders next to them and keep attacking a lot of different units. Do not attack. The problem with the provoking a retaliation is that it'll attack everything next to it. So just because the dragons can tank it, doesn't mean we should attack. Right. We take care of this one too. Don't really see the point. +3 luck. Which is hot. We need to get underground, that's what we need to do. Basic enlightenment, bullshit. Don't want it. I think a different type of hero would benefit from the attributes much more. Casting heroes need the casting skills. More of a physical combat oriented, just not. Maybe a single one, but they don't need the irresistible magic or sorcery. So they have a lot more room to have these extra skills. Their attack, defense, war machines, enlightenment. That's a solid combo right there. Usually you have some sort of bullshit starting skill though. Okay, enemy units have penalty to initiative. We definitely want to play all fights with Raylag because of that. We'll start the fights. Free resources for my easy fight. Negative morale. Been looted long ago. I think this is a good place to start. There's definitely hero action there. Hello. This fight, our entire army pretty much moves before they do. So if we could get tactics, we could attack with multiple stacks right from the start. Once the stacks have start to have a certain amount of size to them, that is a serious issue. Dragon Pinnacle, black dragons. The problem is they don't. Not a bad upgrade, but it'll suck up everything I have. As useful as they are, I'd rather take all the army and normal dragons than, or shadow dragons, then try to go for black ones. I think black ones have magic resistance or immunity, so they would be massively better against the warlocks. We really want to kill this guy. It's easier to kill him here than in some kind of city. Why is he faster than I am? I literally have a hero bonus to my initiative. And it's a significant bonus too, so why the fuck are you faster than I am? We still want to fight him outside the city, that nothing changes there. I don't get why this is so... He has a massive army here, now that I look at it. I mean, he's gonna get his ass kicked, but this is a serious fight. I still don't understand where the hell your initiative is coming from. Your total 100% bullshit initiative. You have to gain something significant from this fight. Directly we might not, but basically we need to leverage into getting a city or something. And I mean a city that allows us to re-establish a significant amount of our troops. I have no idea where the hero came from, so probably here. what spell would serve us the best here. We can kill her before she gets to do anything. I think the Hydras or these guys. What the hell happened to you? They have frenzy going on. Last attack from the enemy. This was a heavy casualty fight for us. Still, we killed much more than we lost, but we lost a lot. Minimum and maximum damage inflicted by each creature under hero's control is increased by 1, especially effective in armies of low-level creatures. Give me expert defense. Ooh, Ring of Speed. That explains things. Increases initiative of all your creatures by 20%. Increases maximum hit points of all creatures in your hero army by +2. And 50% protection from lightning damage-based spells. This alone guarantees that we will move fast. Not just fast, we will move multiple times before the enemy gets to do shit. Right, we need to, well, preferably even reach their city before the weekend. So I can buy the next week's units production. Oh, look at this. Look at this. City had defenders. So our resource situation has worsened quite a bit, but we already have a largely fully upgraded city, and we have the resources in storage fully upgraded. So that's not a problem. He upgraded his lizard to better burden, which means he has at least that well upgraded. Yeah, this is a good one. We'll have to use as many spell attacks as we can to quickly end things. The turrets don't do too much damage, but it's about 100 points of damage every turn, so I can't really do much about it. which would lower their defenses for one turn. Still, it does lower it. Yeah, actually, no. Though looks like he came. Yeah, he did came through the gate for some reason. I can't imagine why. I would have taken some time to actually kill him, but now I can probably finish things on this turn. I just don't get what he's thinking. We'll also need to keep an eye out for the hero we killed. Might be able to hire him.
If I am not careful, the Night Shard will call to their neighbors, the Soulscar, for help. I cannot let a messenger, or a spy, escape to Soulscar territory.
As Night Shard lost its first city, the panic began to spread, a good sign. But there is a bad side to this situation. Night Shard will now surely try to ally itself with the powerful Soulscar clan. War with the Soulscar could upset Rayloc's plans, and he must stop all messengers who could escape to reach their territory. Luckily, it is known that messengers will follow northern and western roads that lay not far from the entrance from dungeon. You are shitting me. That's why the gates are there. They're not for me. They're for the messengers. We do have a guy here with a powerful army of 4 fire elementals. And we couldn't even take on the guy. There's no chance in hell I can prevent anything. I don't have an army capable of doing it because they're all with the main guy. So I don't think I can successfully complete that. It's fairly well upgraded. Yep. I don't think I'll do the dragon upgrade here, but I can do the 2 others. By that time the week will change. So at least the Shadow Matriarch upgrade. This is a town we'll buy our reinforcements from now on. +3 knowledge increases initiative of all flying units. Okay, that sounds nice. Or do we take defense? No, I'll take your knowledge because that's the one thing this hero is in desperate need of. Right, from 6 to 9. I need to build a mage's guild here so I can recharge my mana before leaving. Thinking of buying another hero, but I don't know. He'll run to the upsurface from here. These are the runners likely. Right, there's no way.
Greetings, Clan Lord. I come to join your cause.
You can sign up outside. Speak to Captain Sorgel.
Don't brush me off. I have been waging war against the Night Shard for years. Let me be the sword that strikes your enemies.
Why you more than others?
Your troops are good, but they lack my skills. Infiltration, seduction, and assassination.
True. You know poisons? And stealth?
I have been called the Spider and the Shadow.
Can you move fast?
In the blink of an eye.
Then I may have a special mission for you.
Thank you. I swear that I shall not disappoint you.
Not more than once, anyway.
Shadiyama survived. Are you any good? Yes, actually yes. She has the Matrix as a special ability. Less damage is suffered from distant attacks. Reduction depends on hero level. Good skills. Can access level 4 spells. Basic defense. She basically needs a sorcery skill. Doesn't matter what the skill after that is. Sorcery is important. Might be a good idea to upgrade our guild here. Chain Lightning Firewall. Confusion. Now she needs a massive version of that and she'll be better than my main hero. He pretty much has everything but the mind control. He's a good one. He's a good one. In fact, she probably should take a significant portion of the army and try to do something with it. Do you have any chance of defeating that? Well, we can effectively block him here. Let's see what he does. What are your chances against a runner? No chance at all, right? No point trying anything fancy if there's no chance of it succeeding. Right, this needs a major skill so I can my magic back to full. Right. I'm going to end soon. I'm somewhat keen in finding out what happens if a runner escapes. Because if the game ends there, I don't think it ends because it's a secondary mission. But it could spell a lot of trouble for us. I'd like Shadia to get expert level spell casting in some area at least. Destruction would be preferable, probably. I think that's not really important, as long as it's something. Because we're going to take level 5. Level 5 major skills, maybe multiple, so we need to get the most out of it. And it looks like she's going to be appearing in future missions, so. Buy upgrades. I'm inclined to buy the dragon pinnacle here, because this would allow me to upgrade my dragons. Immunity to magic, that's what it was. Immune to blind, magic, slow, mind control, air, fire, water, earth. Very, very nice. I'm also broke, so we can't really leave anywhere. Actually, we can. I can always restore things through spells. I'm inclined to not leave too much simply because I don't know what the consequence of enemy escaping is going to be. So maybe stick around here close by until we find out. Need more money no matter what happens. He should be able to escape now.
Molasses bile! The Solskar will be alerted. These chilly caverns are going to heat up.
The yellow on the left edge. The moment of truth always appears when you least expect it. The Solskar clan has sent a powerful army which should deal with the upstart once and for all. It's now up to Raylak to try and defeat the Solskar army, otherwise certain death awaits him. How bad is it? Normal. Yeah, so it's a significant force. The question is what it's going to do, because this is I doubt it's a random army just appearing here. So it's basically programmed to do something. I would guess it's going to either kill the main hero or attack the capital I have. It's one or the other. So we'll have to fortify both, see what the hell he's gonna do. Also, you need to get the fuck out of his way. You have zero chance to do anything good. We'll wait. Oh, one extra turn, because either he'll head up or he'll walk through the gate. That'll tell us what he's gonna do. He'll act accordingly. We can buy significant unit defenses here, and it would be a fortified location, so it's a normal fight, so I don't want to fight against him in open terrain. If I had better spells, some mass spells, that would be changed, but now I don't. So, not gonna do anything? Could be that he's giving me time. He has to be aware of my presence here. This is actually a little bit more annoying than him just coming after me, because now I'm sort of paralyzed too. As long as he's just sitting there menacingly glaring at me. I can't move unless I have an army capable of standing toe to toe with him. I sort of don't. On the positive side, this is giving me the time to gather up the funds to buy an army. Please move, Mr. Yellow. Up or right? Right. So he's going to kill my main hero. Might be able to take one of the sides away from him before I need to go. This is a bit risky. Probably reach somewhere here. 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 terms at most to reach us. Possibly less. Still, we have a secondary hero that should be free to do whatever she wants. The thing is, I can't really do anything with her until I've purchased everything in the other place. It has to have the priority. I don't want to get too close to him, even though I don't think he is gonna come after some weak hero like this. It's an unnecessary risk to take. I think I'll just trade a few things and upgrade the Hydras. This way we have a compatible army of some sort. It's gonna be expensive to buy all this. Yeah, this isn't true. The hero cost has to be more expensive. Right, these alone cost more than I have money. About 30,000 something. Not that hard to get. But I think I'll leave things here. Because at the very least, even if I can kill him, he's likely not going to be a trivial opponent. It'll give the remaining orange cities at least a week of extra time to build up their castles, and if they're anything like the one we have here, that's a problem. Their unique production probably competes with mine. At the same time, I think destroy one of his powerful armies, the orange, took away his hero. Actually, can I hire him? Yes, I can. And this is why you need to check this shit. Why can't I hire him? Can't hire any more heroes, really? So which one of you wants to die? You. Ah, it's a shame. But this is an important looking hero. Level 8 hero for 3,500. Be foolish not to take him. Mainly because he is going to bite back and then I'm going to have to face his best hero again. Not that good spell wise. Poison Master. Enemies may enter the combat already poisoned. Chances depend on hero level. That is annoying shit of bloody. Master of the Mind. Slow and Confusion mass spells. Right. Good place to end things. Confirmation that the yellow keeps coming for the main hero. Right, his speed isn't amazing, but steady as she goes. So we really have no other choice but to have a fight here. We're winning it, but that's not the problem. But it'll might hinder our ability to attack the orange immediately after.